Cambridge is named after the River Came. There's a bridge over it, so it's called Cambridge.
I like analogue stuff. And I also like being back in the Bobcave.
Oh. Welcome back to
Right,
the
the
Bobcave.
Bobcave. Right, Bob, you point, get the chat going, and we'll tell everybody what we're up to today.
Today in the Bobcave, we have an early radio, a TRF radio.
TRF?
Tuned radio frequency radio. It's a Pi 460, dates from about 1929, at which point these radios at that time would cost around £24, which is staggering when you think of today's
It's a significant
amount of money. It doesn't pick up DAB or FM. It's medium and long only, and it's got a walnut cabinet. No,
which was very unusual for the time.
Cabinet, mahogany.
Monogamy. Monogamy
cabinet.
cabinet.
Which most of them were normally a veneer or on plywood, etc. And it's in amazing condition.
Right, let's look at the business end of it. What have we got here then, Bob?
This is the two tuning controls. You tune in your station with this dial, and it has what effectively almost a band spread, a slow motion dial.
So are they geared or something? The top one moves through the frequencies quick,
top to drive it,
and the lower one
is slow.
Gets you much closer to where you want to be.
Exactly where you want to be. So you tune in a station on this one, and you then tune the same station in on this dial here.
Hang on a second. There's two sets of these things.
Yes, they're both the same.
And we have to tune both of them to the same
station.
frequency.
Yeah.
What's the reasoning behind it? Hang on a second.
It has two amplifying stages, and one amplifying stage you tune to one station, another amplifying stage you tune to the same station, so it gives it greater amplification. You can't do all amplification with like in the one stage, so it's done in a two-stage principle.
Earlier on you mentioned this was battery powered.
Yes.
So with a combination of a battery and valves, there is not going to be a lot of juice involved in this.
No. And also these tuned radio frequency receivers, TRF.
TRF, a tuned radio
frequency.
I can see the max there.
And it has a reaction control.
Reaction control?
Yeah. This is a form.
What that knob's physically called? A reaction
control.
Okay. Right, fills in
this provides a kind of feedback from one stage to the other, which...
So these two things are tuned together. The reaction control...
There's a mix between
both, right.
Of the output back to the input again, and you get effectively an oscillation set up. And this they use to increase the sensitivity of the set to get it right to the way you want to be tuning on to the station. If it's turned up too much, the reaction control, the set would go into complete oscillation and it would just start howling and
you would hear that
whistling.
Through the speakers.
Yes, okay. So that's why it's variable from minimum to max speed. Tune in the station, get it tuned in on there, increase the reaction a wee bit, tune it in again, and you keep doing that to get the station stronger and stronger. And when it got too strong with this reaction control, turns up a bit too much, it starts howling, so you back off.
Back off a little bit.
That's it. The other control here is a straightforward volume control.
Okay, doke.
And the control in the centre is marked.
Right, let's see if we can see that. Oh.
It's marked long wave and.
We've got a short on one side and off in the middle.
And a long wave.
And a long wave. Bob, between long and short, there's something missing.
Yes, we now have a thing called medium wave.
Right.
In the very early days of the radio here, they had the long wave going up to nearly 1 megahertz, and they thought everything above that is shortwave, so we'll just call it shortwave. So anything above there is shortwave. Nowadays we have long wave up to about nearly a megahertz, and then medium wave, which is just below from megahertz up to about 1.6, 1.7 megahertz, and then above that is shortwave.
We're talking electromagnetic waves. We discussed this earlier on. They like an audio wave, it's got a physical dimension to it.
Yes.
How long would a long wave be? Do you know if it was in feet or meters? Or
long wave would be hundreds of meters.
Hundreds of meters?
Hundreds of meters, yes.
At that frequency?
Yes. It's very, very old.
So it's a massive, great big
That's
long
a
thing.
big, long thing. Hence the long wave transmitter radios are enormous lengths of wire to launch that
Bonkers.
frequency into the
Bonkers.
thing.
I had no idea. So some radio waves are physically hundreds of meters long.
Long, yes.
Right.
And some are centimetres and millimetres.
Well, you've got centimetric radio waves which were in microwave ovens, aren't they? That's
Yes, they're down at very, very small.
Yeah, it's
magnitudes.
under 10 centimetres, I believe, something like that.
Yes, it would be somewhere down
Yeah.
there.
And I think they're directional as well.
Yeah, once you get to a higher frequency, it becomes
Now,
very
I'm
directional.
pointing my
Yes.
finger, who knows nothing about radio whatsoever, about a guy that's worked in this stuff all his life.
Well,
Let's,
to show you.
Yeah, spin around and-
While we're showing
Yeah.
all the around.
and we'll have a look at the business end of it. This is my favourite part of the show. Hey, Bob, you hold this a second. Keep me out. I'm never in those videos. And what we'll do is we'll angle it back a little bit.